When we think about our salary, we mostly just see a number that hits our bank account, right? But what if I told you that number is one of the most powerful financial tools you'll ever have? We're about to unlock the hidden potential of your paycheck, and honestly, it might just change the way you see it forever.
Okay, picture this. Meet Sarah and David. They've been at the same company for 5 years, earning the exact same salary. But financially, they're living in two different worlds. Sarah's built an investment portfolio worth over 8 million naira. Meanwhile, David is finding it tough to even scrape together $500,000 in savings. I mean, how is that even possible?
So what's the deal? They earn the same amount of money. What's the real difference here? Well, it's not about how much they earn. It's about how they think about their earnings. The secret lies in understanding what a salary truly is. And trust me, it's so much more than just money for bills.
Let's start with the perspective we all know best, the employee's view. From our side of the desk, a salary really boils down to two huge things: having security and having the chance to grow.
First off, let's just make sure we're on the same page. A fixed salary. It's that reliable, set amount you get every payday, no matter if it was a crazy busy month or a slow one. And that predictability, that's the foundation for everything we're about to get into.
And this right here, this is the crucial mindset shift. That steady paycheck you get, the one that sometimes feels like it's holding you back, it's actually your single greatest asset for building wealth. Why? Because its consistency is its superpower.
And the benefits of that predictability are massive. I mean, a regular income gives you financial security. It makes it so much easier to budget, to plan for your expenses, and to just know exactly what you're working with each month. There's no guesswork.
So how do you actually turn that predictable income into real wealth, like Sarah did? It really comes down to these 4 basic steps. First, you got to track your cash flow, just to see where your money's really going. Second, build up an emergency fund to act as a safety net. Third, automate your savings, set it and forget it. And finally, number 4, invest your money consistently. Put it to work for you.
And that last step, investing, that's where the real magic happens. It's a little something called compound interest. This is the amazing idea where the returns your investments make start earning their own returns. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill, just getting bigger and bigger.
Let me make it super clear. Imagine you invest 100,000 naira and you get a 12% return. After year 1, you've got 112,000 naira. Pretty simple, right?
But check out what happens in year 2. You're now earning that 12% on the entire $112,000, not just your original 100 grand. So your growth isn't another 12,000, it's $13,440. See that extra 1,440 naira? That's your interest from year 1, now earning its own interest. This is exactly how wealth starts to accelerate over time.
A super simple way to put all of this into practice is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to your absolute needs, 30% to your wants, and that crucial 20%, that goes directly into your savings and investments. That 20% is the fuel for your compounding machine.
So, a stable salary is obviously a powerful tool for you, the employee. But why do companies even offer it in the first place? What's in it for them? Let's flip the whole perspective and look at this from the employer side of the table.
Remember that predictability that you love for your personal budget? Well, companies love it for their big corporate budget for the exact same reason. Knowing their exact payroll costs helps them plan ahead, manage cash flow, and just keep the whole operation running smoothly. It really is a win-win in that sense.
But this predictability brings up a huge challenge. If everyone gets paid the same regardless of how much they do, what's the incentive to really go above and beyond? This is the central problem for employers. How do you motivate your best people when the reward is fixed?
And this isn't just some abstract problem, Researchers have been digging into the link between pay and performance for decades. So, what does the actual data tell us about solving this whole motivation puzzle?
We're going to dive into a fascinating study from 2020 that looked at this exact issue inside Nigerian government ministries. Researchers broke down all the different types of compensation to see what really drives performance on the ground.
And the results are really eye-opening. As you can see, regular wages and salaries, cash bonuses, and fringe benefits, perks like health insurance or extra time off, they all had a big positive effect on performance. Makes sense, right? People work harder when they feel they're compensated fairly. But take a look at that third line. This is where it gets really interesting.
This is the stunner.
The study found that minimum wage actually had a negative impact on performance. The huge takeaway here is that when pay is seen as just the bare minimum, it doesn't just fail to motivate people, it can actually demotivate them, leading to frustration and lower productivity.
Wow. Okay, so let's bring these two different viewpoints together. On one side, you have the employee, using that steady salary for security and to build wealth. And on the other, you have the employer, using it for predictable costs, but also trying to figure out how to drive performance.
What this really shows is that a salary isn't just a simple transaction. It's an intersection point. It's the exact spot where your need for financial security and growth meets your employer's need for predictability and productivity. When you understand both sides of that equation, you start to see its real value.
Which brings us right back to our big question. Your salary isn't just a number for your budget, and it's not just a cost on a company's spreadsheet. It's a tool for your future and a lever for business performance. So now that you see both sides of the coin, I'll leave you with this to think about. What is your salary really worth?